Today in the raised bed behind the shed, I'm going to plant out these onion sets that we got from a supermarket, and I'm also going to plant out another row of leeks. The first row of leeks has already started coming up, so that's good, and I'll spread those out a little bit more later on when they're a bit bigger. The onions, I just need to plant 6 inches apart and about a yard in between each row, so I'll see how many rows I can get into the bed. And the leeks, I'll just sprinkle some seeds out and then thin them out later on when I see which ones have grown and how well they're doing. The first thing I did was a little bit of weeding. There's not too bad this bed because I've sort of raked it over a couple of weeks ago, but there's a few weeds just coming through. And then next to the first row of leeks that have already come up, I just drew a line across the bed to sow some more leeks. Once these have grown big enough to handle and see which ones have done well, I'll spread them out into another maybe 2 rows across the bed. I'm going to do 3 rows of about 6 onion sets at this end of the bed, and I'm going to plant them about 6 inches apart, just roughly. I'm not too worried about doing it perfectly. And the last thing to do is just water them in. The first row is already showing, and I planted them a couple of weeks ago, so hopefully the next row of leeks will come up soon, and the onion sets should be ready to eat, I think, in about October. And these are the shoots showing on the first row, so they're growing quite nicely, and there's quite a few, so I'll need to spread them out later on. I've also decided to plant some radishes today in this large pot. So I bought some peat-free compost from B&Q. It's the only one I could find, which is quite bad for B&Q. So I filled that pot up with new compost and given it a label, and I've just spread out some seeds across the top and then covered them in about 1 centimetre of more compost. Radishes are one of the fastest things to grow in the bed, so hopefully it'll only be a few weeks until we can start eating these, and then maybe I'll reuse this pot for the courgettes when they're ready to be planted out.